Hey everybody, Nick Madsen here with the pool update I promised you. Okay, so both pools are working, fully functional. For those of you who don't know, McNaughton Pool had to be drained and resurfaced this year. It was unavailable for the holiday weekend, and that was because at the start of summer, because when we pulled all the water out of it, it turned out there was a bunch of structural damage that we didn't know about that had sort of degraded over the last 20 years since this had been done. And so we had to have the contractor come out and do a bunch of reinforcement and concrete stapling so that it could be properly coated and filled back up. That's been done. It's been done with it's pretty nice, like blue and white flex material. So it's supposed to make the pools, as it cures and darkens over the course of the next year or so, a nice dark blue. Hopefully it looks nice and you'll enjoy it. The bucket pool I know has been cloudy for several weekends. That was a combination of factors. We had the overuse because we only had one pool, and so there were more people in it than is normal. And of course, then you get all the sunscreens and oils and everything that clog up the filter, and it just couldn't keep up. Another thing that happened was I think it's like a type of sand that's in the filter was good for 7 years, and we were at about 6 years, so it was sort of at the end of its life. And I think with the increased usage, it just couldn't keep up. So we went ahead and replaced that. And so we shouldn't have any problems with cloudiness. If you do see any problems with the pools, go ahead and contact Adrian over at the HOA office. You can just Google it, and her number will come up. You can also email her. If you have a general comment, just something that you want everyone to think about in terms of making the pool nicer, you can run that up the chain through the pool committee, and I'll put the contact information at the bottom of this video. All right, a couple of updates and general pieces of information that we keep getting asked is, number one, how do I get a pool key? You contact Adrian, you go through the Nabr Network portal, and there's some sort of, I think there's like a little application button that you can push in there, and we'll get you taken care of. Who needs one of those? Anyone who is 11 or older who's going to the pool. So obviously, if you have little kids like me and you're bringing them to the pool, they can go under your key card, no problem. But if you have an older kid that wants to go alone, that's fine. They just need their own ID and their own pool tag so that we know they're there, and the lifeguards can look out for everybody. The issue of floats have come up a couple of times. I'm not talking about like the little floaties that the kids wear, but the, I don't know, orcas or alligators, big tubes, whatever you got. Those are okay so long as there's not, too many people in there. If the lifeguard asks you to remove it from the pool, they're just trying to watch out for everybody's safety, and, we appreciate you just going along with it and coming back and using it at a time when the pool is less crowded. The signage out front, we know doesn't make any sense. It's all old and needs to be redone, so we are tearing it all down and putting it back up. That's something that we're working with the pool committee right now, and hopefully we'll be done before the end of summer. Okay, last on the agenda is there have been a couple instances. It seems like this happens every summer with some vandalism and trespassing. So I think it's probably just local kids that are a little too bored in summer, but the funds to repair all that stuff have to come out of the HOA coffers. So we're trying to limit it and eliminate it however we can. Obviously, it's a sensitive subject when it comes up because we're not trying to hammer local kids with the police. We try to get in contact with the parents when it finds out. If you have a key card that all of a sudden doesn't work, and you have a teenage kid that was maybe out late night causing trouble, contact the HOA office, because there probably is some video that we need to make you aware of and that there's been some sort of issue. And then once we know that you're aware, we can go ahead and get that thing reactivated. If it is just kids jumping the fence or breaking property, making people feel uncomfortable, whatever it is, and we don't have a way to identify them, then obviously we have to take that video and pass it along to the authorities to try to limit that activity. Not something that we want to do, and we'll work with parents to try to just make sure that kids understand that that type of behavior can't occur. But repeated violations have to be run up the chain just for everybody's safety and for our own collective pocketbooks. Okay. So that's all for me. Any questions or comments, of course, you can direct them to our new page, and you can go ahead and run anything else through either the HOA admin Adrian, or come to the meetings and talk to us directly. We're always happy to hear from you. Until the next update, have a great day.